sunk an enemy destroyer.
Hey team, it's Ripper here. Hope you guys are doing fantastic. Before we begin, like, subscribe, bell button, love. You want to be supportive of the channel and appreciate everything you guys have done on the way to 2,000 subscribers, getting a free premium DD giveaway at 2,000. So this is a new thing we're going to do here. We're going to do maps and tactics and talk about it, and then we'll do a recording and show how the strategy actually played out. And hope you guys enjoy it. This is the first time we're trying it, so hope you guys have a great one. Here we go. Today got the new tool that I just discovered on how to talk about tactics. It's called Wild Tactics. I'll put it in the description below if you're curious how to use this tool, and definitely use it with your teams and anybody else out there looking to learn something new. But hey, like I said, I like to try something new for the channel where we're actually going to discuss tactics, strategies, and techniques of what we can do to get better and how to maneuver. And actually, I see a lot of people giving advice and strategy skills in the game itself, but it's really difficult in the heat of the moment to give your strategy and your thoughts right off the bat. But this tool is really, really awesome, and I think I want to start using it and definitely open up some discussion, open some dialogue, bring out some techniques and ideas that I love sharing with the community, and I think it'll bring a lot, and hopefully we'll bring out some more from the channel's growth and other people out there that are doing this. Okay, so let's get started right off the bat. We are blue team, so I'm going to go ahead and pick a battleship. We had initially started off with 2 battleships, a cruiser, and two battleships. Let me take a look at the video here. I forget all the time that 3 battleships, 2 cruisers, and a destroyer. Here we go. So we had 3 battleships heading down to, and again, this is Bravo Cap right here. This is Charlie Cap, and this is Alpha Cap. I wish I could figure out how to label that. Actually, I could do it right now. Let's see if I can do that. Let's do A, and we'll put an A there. And let's see, we can do that A. I don't know. I'm not really sure. I'm still learning this. And we'll put an A. Oh, that's pretty cool. Text A. And we'll put it right there. There, A. That's pretty awesome right there. And then we'll put a B for Bravo. And we'll put a B right there. And we'll put a C so you guys know where the caps are at. All right, there's C. All right, there's your points right there, ladies and gentlemen. Now let's get right back to it. We had 3 battleships, 2 cruisers, so a cruiser and a battleship, one up here, and I'm the lonely destroyer heading down to Alpha. So what is the strategy really right here? For me as a destroyer player, now I'm going to talk, again, disclaimer, I'm not a pro, I'm not doing anything crazy, and I'm just another guy playing this game, and I just like sharing techniques and ideas, and this is just one tool that we use to help define that. So what are we really doing right here? For me as a destroyer player, I'm going to go, if I'm starting literally over here in this general area, if I'm starting at a Bravo point, I'm really going to just go straight for Bravo. Why not? I'm a destroyer. I'm going to head straight to, I don't like that color. We are blue, so let's use blue. So I'm going to go straight to B, and that's exactly where I'm going to hold. Why? The whole purpose of this is so that I can spot for my team out here for the entire area of the map. Mostly like this area right here. This is where I'm trying to spot for my team. This is my area of responsibility. So that's the way I look at it. I'm trying to focus on helping my team spot that area, spot other destroyers, and so I can cover the advance of my battleships, because my battleships and my cruisers are all going to come this way, right? Well, me as a destroyer player, I'm going to kind of have to come down here, and my goal is to get around these islands, or either this option or that option right here, south of this island, so that I can provide some spotting distance for this entire area right here. I mean, I want to basically spot for my teammates so that they're not going in blind. So that's really, as a destroyer player, you got to understand, what are you supposed to do? You're supposed to cap, you're supposed to spot, kill other destroyers. Well, that's initially right off the bat for the initial push. Now, in this particular map, and I'm going to play that video for you next, is I'm in the Friesland, by the way, no torpedoes. So I have my cruiser and battleship going up here. I'm not really knowing what they're going to do. I don't really care what they're going to do as long as they're going to Alpha and contested. But me, I'm focused on my team right here. This is my team of area of responsibility. So I'm focused on my 2 battleships and cruisers. And to me, I feel like we have an advantage. For us to have 4 ships over here, I'm assuming that usually the enemy splits up normally. Not many people do the lemming train as much, so I know that if I have an advantage of ships, then I'm definitely gonna win the day. So I'm definitely gonna work that. So me as a destroyer player, my goal is to push the destroyer literally down into these flanks into this area right here. So I'm not only capping, but I'm spotting and torping. So the idea is, as you can see as the map develops, I'm going to again push through here using island as a cover. That way it protects me from something that's either here, or here, some kind of a threat there. So that use that island cover. But most of the time I've seen that a lot of destroyer players like to come through here and use this island right here and meet head on. They can either come back around, or they're either going to obviously kite away and turn away. So that's where I'm thinking I'm going to make my first engagement. Now, the cool thing is, since I have these islands, I'm protected from anything from there. So I'm already protected there. So that's a good thing. And then the other aspect is I'm going to actually, use these islands to spot. And if I do encounter a problem, I'm going to definitely move my destroyer and kite away. I have the option of escape. Now, as a destroyer player, you always want to have an avenue for escape. So you're going to pull back out here. If you are engaged, either smoke up to conceal your movement or engage the DD head on, and that allows you to eliminate that DD, and that's exactly what my goal as a destroyer player is to eliminate the DD threat, and that's where I think a lot of the threat is going to come straight in this area right here. Now, what are their other players? And now I'm anticipating there's a push through here and probably a push through here. So what I'm assuming is my players are my cruiser, and definitely like to have a cruiser come this way. I would like to have a battleship and the battleship move together in unison and start opening fire into Charlie right there. It gives you good broadsides. You get, you're basically flanking an enemy, and the only option the enemy has to do, the enemy can either go, south of Charlie, and they're now showing full broadside, or they're really going to just turn around and retreat. So I'm assuming that's exactly why I like this strategy better with my players, because it gives us excellent firepower. I'm sitting right here spotting and eliminating the DD threat along the way. So that's my technique right there. Now at Alpha, honestly, I think it's either a toss-up. Either you can have my two cruiser player, cruiser and battleship player can either hold and contest, but I would like them to actually have them push back down and hold back down in towards the middle of the island. Now, I'm sorry, this Okinawa map is a little old. These set of islands right here, this is actually what I'm talking about is these set of islands right here are typically in the middle right here, and that's where, and there's a split down the middle, so you can actually cut across. Forgive me, this is an old map that does it. I'm just using what the program has, but you get the picture. Is the Alpha Cap really is a plethora of islands where you can use for cover, and the cruiser and battleship players definitely can hide right here or hide in the middle right there and then shoot into A. Again, there you don't have DD support, so you're doing a toss-up. If the enemy DD actually begins to push over here at Alpha, then you got a threat there. Then that's something the cruiser and battleship player, it's up to their discretion if they want to push or not. But once you discover where the DD player is at, that's where you push to. So for example, if the DD right here is at Alpha. If the DD is at Alpha and pushing and capping Alpha, that means this team right here is going to do a hard push into Charlie, because why? I'm the DD. We have superior firepower. We're going to go ahead and take the chance and move in and take the advantage. So that's my thought on initial play and setup, but let me know your thoughts. What do you think? I think that this is especially in ranked season where you only have really 6 ships to deal with, and you can even use these for, randoms, because you do play this map once in a while, randoms. But right now, ranked season, Tier 9. I made it up to Silver League, so we're Tier 9. You start with Tier 8, and then you're moving on to Gold League, you start Tier 10. It's the same kind of principles where you want to have cover, like a cruiser and a battleship here to cover each other, and then you have the 2 battleships, if you do have 2 battleships. We'll move down south, and then you can have a cruiser either hide next to this island for radar cover and for the island cover itself not to get blapped. And then you have me as a destroyer player already capping Bravo, free cap. And then our goal is to start slowly pushing to, Charlie. We want to basically push using these islands for cover. Let me sell that bad. It's bad. Yeah, using these islands for cover, I want to push to Charlie, kind of test the water, see if anybody's there, engage a DD if I have to kill them, but I have superior fire support from the battleships. They should be able to shoot in, and a cruiser player for radar coverage. If I do that the destroyer players at Alpha, then we go ahead and do a full push to Charlie. And again, by that time, the enemy battleships and stuff usually typically run away at that point. They're running away, running here, and everybody's basically singled out, and there's a cruiser there. Typically, they're singled out, and that's when focused firepower is essential. I definitely recommend focused fire, because that is definitely what you want to eliminate one ship at a time quickly, and that's the way you're supposed to handle it. So that's my take on Okinawa as a destroyer player. We'll take a look at the video and see how it actually turned out and see how it plays out. And I hope you guys like this. If you guys like me doing stuff like this, like, comment, whatever. And if you're new to the channel, subscribe. That would definitely help us out and spread the algorithm so we can get more people talking about tactics and the map. So hope you guys will enjoy the rest of the video. Cheers. Okay, so we're back now with the actual battle itself. As you see, there's a lineup right there. Map Okinawa Domination. And again, forgive me, the map is been updated. It's slightly different now, and it is different from the map tactic that I used a minute ago. But look how we set it up right here. Initially, we talked about where we have the cruiser, the battleship, going to alpha, more just contesting it. And then we have me as a destroyer player. There's only one destroyer now. Remember, you protect your destroyer. You keep the destroyer alive. You increase your chance of survivability. I have a cruiser with me as well as 2 battleships in tow. I'm playing the Friesland right now, Tier 9. If you don't know what a Friesland is, let's talk about it while we're sailing to objective. Again, what was my strategy again? It's these 2 islands right here. I'm just going to go ahead and go south of them and use them as cover so I can spot to the south as well as engage a DD that I think will be there unless they went to alpha. If they go to alpha, definitely we're going to push to Bravo. Again, so what is a Tier 9 Friesland? Friesland was a premium destroyer back in the day where I think it was free XP at the time, and then they got rid of it, and they call it the Groningen now. So the Groningen is what the Friesland is now, and it is available in the armory, and you can have to check it out how you want to buy it. Either, I think you can buy straight up or use coal or something like that. But it's a very, very powerful gunboat DD. Now, the downsides I'll go off right off the bat is that you can tell is the HP pull right there. The HP pull is not very high. The guns, there's only 2 of them, no torpedo. So right there, you already see a downside. But the reloads on this thing are ridiculous. They're down to 1.4 seconds-ish. Especially if you get Adrenaline Rush kicking in and Fearless Brawler, you can get those down all really, really fast. And really, really mean guns, very strong AP up close and personal. And you're going to see how that's demonstrated right here, the Friesland. Downside is it doesn't have any torpedoes. It's got a 5-kilometer hydro with long-lasting smoke, though, and it's got some good AA. That's pretty much all you really have with the Friesland. It's a great DD gunboat. The concealment's not the greatest. 6.4-ish, somewhere around that range. You get outspotted by a lot of things nowadays at Tier 9, so like with the Jaeger and everything out there, you can really get outspotted easily. The maneuverability is great. Speed's great. I like the Friesland. It's one of the most powerful gunboats out there. If it had radar, it'd be overpowered, honestly. That's the way I look at it. But, again, it could be because they nerfed the health pool because you got a Kitakaze that's got up to 23,000. So I'm already short 3,000. I'm in the hole. So, really, it's not the strongest thing. So, okay, watch the strategy like we're doing talking about right here. My 2 ships up the top at Alpha have been outmatched probably, so they're out and just holding out and kind of playing it conservative. Our team at Charlie team right now, as you see, we're engaged kind of in a bad spot here. We have an Alaska and then a cruiser and then a battleship kind of splitting, kind of almost converging fire on us. But the good thing is this Alaska, I'm looking at him right there. He's running away, so he's not a factor. We're going to go ahead and not fire and cap. You guys know me as a gunboat DD. I normally start opening up real long range and start burning the crap out of everybody. But right now, we're kind of playing more conservative where we outspot a lot of things. I know they're destroyers somewhere else besides Bravo because they would have capped it by now. And now I'm just going to sit here and spot or even smoke up and engage. So let's cap this point first and actually decide to smoke up. Nobody's looking at me. Alaska's out of the range of 10-kilometer radar, so I know the Alaska has a 10-kilometer radar, so I'm going to make sure that I'm not get caught in that. Know your ships, everybody, okay? If you want to play this game and get good at it, know the capabilities of every ship so that you can play against their weaknesses. So right now I'm just sitting in the smoke. I've got the cap. All right, I did one of my rolls. I spotted. I capped. Now I'm a gunboat DD at this point. Now what are we going to do? Which one are we going to engage? Well, the 2 battleships got that 1 battleship covered. We're good there. Cruiser off in the distance, and there's the destroyer right there. We found out where he is. So let's actually eliminate the biggest threat right now, which is the Alaska. He's got the radar. Now watch this. I bet you, I can tell you he's probably looking for me and firing at me because he's probably going to pop radar here. And there he goes. He pops radar, and he's going to start looking at me because why? We're the biggest threat to the map right now. Even though he has a broadside cruiser you can shoot at, he'd rather shoot at me because I'm a bigger threat than everything. And that's what you want to do as a DD player. And boom, splash 1 RP back to 40. Thank you. And for that help right there, Cruiser Breast. You definitely helped out with some firepower, and I got the kill at the very end there, but appreciate the team effort. And now we've eliminated one radar cruiser off the map. We have an advantage. At the top of the map, they eliminated... Oh, actually, they eliminated a battleship as well earlier. You saw that Soviet battleship. We eliminated him. Now, let's see if we can take out the Schroeder here. Schroeder is kind of that cruiser with good secondary, so we're going to go ahead and try and eliminate him off the battlefield. And notice he's running away, so we're a major threat to him. Again, as a destroyer, gunboat DD main, you're supposed to start fires like that and cause a threat that causes a cruiser or a battleship to turn away. Don't forget that you can actually win the game by causing a team to run away from, and we got a last-minute fire right there. That's a perma fire. It looks like we might get that kill. But your role as a destroyer player, a DD main, is to really just scare the crap out of everybody and cause them to run away from you. And that kind of funny that a cruiser and a battleship are so scared of you that they'll run away because you put down so much firepower and sending ordnance down range, and boom, splash 2 ROP back to 40. That is our second kill for the game. And you can see like there, we start fires, we shoot destroyers, we shoot ships all over the place, and we are a big threat eliminator, and that's what you want to do. We're going to go and push now because it seems safe, and I know this destroyer is somewhere, and he outspots me, but guess what? We have superior firepower. Now watch this. We're going against the Yuga bow. He's more of a torpedo boat, but guess what? We are a gunboat DD, and that's why I like gunboats. They are consistent and super powerful. As he goes broadside, switch to AP right there, switching AP. He is now broadside, aim, put the marker on the horizon line, and boom, splash 3 RP back to 40. We take down a destroyer. He's out of the map, so basically the game is over. Once the other team loses their destroyer, it's pretty much a shooting gallery at this point. Nobody to spot, nobody to torp, nobody to take on me as a destroyer player, because once you eliminate a destroyer player, really you're the only, as a destroyer player yourself, you can run free, roam free of the map, and you have the option to stop firing and go quiet, or do what I'm doing right here, is go loud, say it proud, and burn the crap out of Georgia right here, who's looking at me as a bigger threat than a cruiser. Can you believe that? A battleship that has 457mm guns that can eliminate a destroyer, a cruiser immediately, chose to fire at me because why? I'm the biggest threat. I'm the loudest player on the team right here, and boom, there it is. Splash 4 IP back 40 with the kill. See how that strategy developed out right there? Our battleships actually pushed Bravo like I wanted. We all swooped in, and we kind of had to play the battlefield as it developed. But you could see that strategy right there, how it worked, how it developed. Let me know what you guys think. What would you do better? Is there a better strategy out there? I'm always open to learn something. I never stop learning. But anyways, hope you guys enjoy the play style with the Friesland, with the map tactics. I'll put it in the description below as well. Like, subscribe, bell button below. Appreciate all the support. If you want to support the channel, if you like what we're doing here today, and to increase our productivity and do this more, appreciate all the support. And again, at 2,000 subscribers, we're going to give a free premium DD giveaway. Build is right here on the screen. Pause it and take a look at it, observe it, let me know what you think. More of a DD gunboat stealth build, but hope you guys are doing well. We'll talk to you guys soon. You guys stay safe. Cheers.